Hi everyone, I'm Josh Baldwin. I am truly honoured to address you today as President of the SCA Australasia. It's been just over a month since I stepped into this role, and what an exhilarating and busy month it has been. I'm excited to share with you the progress we've made and give you a bit more insight into who I am, especially for those of you who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting in person yet. I've been in the Strata industry for 13 years and I can honestly say it's been an incredible ride. I chose to specialise in Strata right from the start of my career, which I believe speaks to the growing stature and recognition of our industry. It's a field that constantly challenges and excites me, and I'm passionate about its potential to shape the way we live and work within our communities. My involvement with the SCA began in 2014 when I joined the SCA SA board. It was a transformative moment in my career, and I quickly found myself deeply engaged in the organisation's mission and vision. Over the years, I've had the privilege of serving as the President of SCA chapter for those past 6 years. During this time, one of my proudest achievements was the leading of the merger of South Australian and Northern Territory chapters. This merger wasn't an administrative challenge, it was about fostering a greater cohesion and collaboration within our industry, setting a precedent for how we can work together and achieve a common goal. At 33, I'm honoured to be the youngest president in SCA's history. I see this not just as a personal achievement, but as a reflection of our industry's commitment to embracing fresh perspectives and innovative thinking. I bring to this role not only my experience, but also a deep-seated belief in the power of innovation and collaboration. My business is Munro Property in South Australia, and I've worked in that business for almost 10 years. I became an owner some 3 years ago, and I'm married to my wife Amanda and became a dad almost this time last year with the arrival of my son Theodore. I like to think of myself as someone who is innovative and collaborative and never shy away from a challenge. These traits have served me well in my career and in my personal life, and I'm excited to bring this approach to my role as SCA Australasian President. In this past month, we've hit the ground running. It's been an incredibly busy and productive time, and we're making great strides on the initiatives announced this year. Our goal is clear: to improve SCA for its members and elevate the Strata sector as a whole. We're at a pivotal time for Strata professionals. The challenges we face, from the evolving regulations to challenging consumer expectations, are significant. But I see these as challenges, and I see them as opportunities. Opportunities to innovate, to improve, and to demonstrate the crucial role we play in maintaining thriving communities. We've been engaging with stakeholders across the entire sector, and we've been in conversations with consumer organisations and other peak bodies, industry media outlets and government regulators. Why? Well, because we believe in the best solutions that come from diverse perspectives and collaborative efforts. We want to ensure that our initiatives are hitting the right notes and that our path forward achieves our outcomes that will benefit not just for our members, but for the entire Strata community. And I've been listening. I've been listening to the feedback and inputs I've received from across the sector. Your voices, your concerns, your ideas and your aspirations are guiding our efforts. We're taking positive strides on several key issues. 1. Ethical standards. We're committed to raising the bar for professional conduct in our industry. 2. Conflicts of interest. We're addressing this head-on to build trust and transparency. 3. Sustainable business practices. We're looking at how we can make our industry more environmentally and economically sustainable. 4. SCA's brand identity and governance. We're working to strengthen our organisation from within to better serve you and represent our industry. These are big goals, I know, but I'm confident that with the incredible team we have, both our dedicated staff and our passionate volunteers, we can achieve them. I'm rolling up my sleeves and setting to work straight away, and I invite each of you to join me in this exciting journey. Now let me share some more details on our 6 steps to ensure confidence plan. Our insurance disclosure guide. Well, I'm incredibly proud to say that my business was amongst the first to implement SCA's best practice guide. After its launch in November last year, we believe it's the right thing to do for consumers and the industry. This best practice for insurance product disclosure has been enforceable under our code since July 1. It goes above and beyond the current state, territory and federal legislation. Our goal is to eliminate poor practices that undermine the confidence and improve relationships between strata managers, committees and consumers. We want the SCA logo to signify transparency in the insurance process. Next week, we'll be launching our consumer-facing campaign to promote the SCA Best Practice Insurance Disclosure Guide. You'll be hearing more about this and what it means from a consumer perspective. I encourage you to explore the consumer guide and material that SCA has produced and will be promoting. We have appointed Stephen Phillips as the independent chair of the SCA Professional Standards and Membership Board Advisory Group. This committee is tasked to handling all complaints against SCA members. Stephen brings over 2 decades of distinguished experience as a non-executive director and senior executive, including CEO roles. His experience spans business, government and non-for-profit sectors with notable contributions to legal, accounting, finance, property, insurance, engineering and corporate services. Our complaints process improvements. Stephen Phillips has commenced in his role as independent chair and of the complaints conduct panel, and we encourage members or anyone in the sector to use this official process to register any complaints against a member. We've also allocated additional resources and improved accessibility to the SCA Australasia complaints process. We've removed any fee associated with making a complaint to SCA, made the process more user-friendly, and dedicated additional resources to managing those incoming complaints. Anyone can now make a complaint at any time using the online form on the SCA website, and it will be judged against the SCA Code of Conduct by PSM BAG and Stephen chairing. Developing best practice guidelines. The Ethical Business Practices Review, which will have a focus on conflicts of interest and other practices identified to inform future and best practice governance in this sector. This will be undertaken by an independent firm or researcher and is a critical piece of work. We're currently taking steps to create the governance structure for the review and ensure as much sector input and independence in the process is possible. There will be an announcement in the near future on this step, so please stay tuned. Support for SCA member businesses. We're rolling out additional support, education and resources to help our member businesses address pressing issues in the sector. This includes webinar materials, access to experienced industry members for assistance targeting some of the most pressing issues in the sector. We continue to support the independent review being conducted by SCA New South Wales, with the report being delivered to our independent chair of the National Complaints and Conduct Panel, Stephen Phillips. As we move forward, my priorities including enhancing SCA's brand identity, delivering constant and consistent education standards, fostering a positive environment for staff and volunteers, and building our ethical standards. Thank you for your continued support and engagement. Together, we're not just managing properties, we're building communities, and we're shaping the future of urban living. I'm excited about what we can achieve together, and I look forward to working with each of you as we drive our industry forward. Let's make SCA and the Strata industry stronger than ever.